Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is holding a press conference there with reporters. As you know, he's had two incidents within the last month or so where he freezes, and we just are keeping an eye on him amid health concerns, even though the Capitol Hill doctor has cleared him for work, saying that he has no serious neurological seizure issues. So it's good just to check in and take a listen and see how he's doing.
Secondly, we haven't lost anybody. Not a single American has been lost. Third, I think it's important to remember that we have a country here fighting for their independence, degrading the military of one of our biggest rivals. So I know there's a difference of opinion in my party on this, and I think the president has, been too slow to keep the commitments that he's made publicly. But at least he's supporting the effort. I think he could have done it more skillfully, but he is supporting the effort, and I intend to continue to support it, and I hope the majority of my colleagues will feel the same way.
Let me just pick up on the first point the leader made, and that is that if you look at the before we broke for the August break, the last bill we processed, the National Defense Authorization
Brian, I have to tell you, you cover the Hill. We both have covered the concerns over Mitch McConnell's health, the 81-year-old leader who's had a couple of times now where he freezes when he does these press conferences. It seems as though he got through this without issue. He was on the Senate floor yesterday speaking about regular business, and there weren't any issues there as well. But we still kind of hold our breath, concerned about what's happening with the Senate Minority Leader, because when we did watch those events unfold, I think it really rattled everyone across the country. In particular, you know, his constituents who really want to know how the leader is doing.
Yeah, and what you're looking at is a pretty frequent occurrence on Capitol Hill. It's the press conference that happens after both parties do them, after they have their weekly lunches. It was in a moment exactly like this, a press conference that looked exactly like this, just about a month ago, where we first saw that public moment of Mitch McConnell being asked a question by a reporter, and he freezes up and he doesn't respond to the reporter's question. We still haven't gotten to the Q&A in this press conference, by the way. They just started. And when they were starting, I joined with you, but it sounded like McConnell was talking about a supplemental for additional aid for Ukraine, which is another story. It's going to be hard to pass something like that in the House. It's more money for Ukraine, essentially, and McConnell is firmly behind it. But this is the opportunity in which the Senate leadership discusses their priorities for the week and for the month, and this was when Mitch McConnell, just about a month ago, froze up and couldn't respond to that reporter's question. Then fast forward a little bit later into August during the recess. McConnell is back at home in Kentucky, and he has a similar kind of freeze up where a reporter asks him a question about re-election and he stiffens up. He doesn't respond to the reporter's question. When he's asked if he needs help, he kind of just stands there and shakes his head and says no. And those two moments were both on camera. They both circulated widely across social media and news outlets, and they got a lot of attention. They got a lot of American people asking about the top Republican in the Senate's health. One thing I can tell you is, Kira, now that the Senate is back from that recess, they are back this week, a lot of Senate Republicans are getting that question from reporters like me and others. Do you back Mitch McConnell as the current top Republican in the Senate? And largely, they have all said yes. Mitt Romney saying that he's fully behind McConnell. He even made a joke this morning saying that if McConnell freezes for 20 seconds in his day, he's quote unquote pretty darn good in the other seconds of the day. I have a tweet that I think, or we found a tweet that I think I can share with you from Lindsey Graham, who emerged from that Senate lunch earlier today, saying something similar, that he also has confidence in Mitch McConnell as the top Republican in the Senate. That is of note because Graham, even earlier today, said that he was concerned about McConnell's health when he was asked by Republicans. There are some Republicans, though, who are a little bit more skeptical of McConnell. They're watching him a little bit more closely. There's that tweet from Graham, by the way. In our Senate Republican lunch meeting today, Senator McConnell addressed the recent health episodes and gave a detailed report of his doctor's evaluation. That jives with our reporting as well from what we heard went on inside that room. He has my full support is how Graham ends that tweet. Now, there are others like McConnell's fellow Kentuckian Rand Paul, who's a doctor, who have cast a little bit of doubt on the diagnosis that McConnell's doctor made originally when he first froze up. He said he was dehydrated. Rand Paul says he's not entirely trusting of that diagnosis. But right now, it looks like McConnell's support is firm amongst his Senate colleagues.
All right. Jay O'Brien on the Hill for us. Jay, thanks.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.